Hello, I hope life is good and everything is going on well. And I'm delighted to share with you my insights about work ethics. We live in a world of cause and effect, but I take a deep thought to really reflect on how I go through life every day. And I ask myself, is the system I'm working for enslaving me? Am I serving a system that uses up all my day's time, returning home in the evening tired? Am I serving a system that is making me be a slave for all my youth time? We have only 20 to 30 years of competitive work energy. So you work through 20s to 30s, and from 30s to 40s, from 40s to 50s. Now, you have at least 40 years for which you would seek an employment anywhere. But if you are 50 and above and you're still searching for work, moving from job to job, then you are walking a mysterious journey, because who would love to employ somebody that is older than 50 years? So I try to think about it and I say, am I in a system that I work for all my lifetime and shall never take care of my financial future? Do I work for a system that really take care of my personal growth and development such that I can save money and be able to retire financially free? Or I serve a system that manipulates and uses every ounce of my energy in me to the extent that I cannot take time to reflect on how I live my life. So I personally ponder on these questions and I ask you to think about them. It's no longer valid that companies will take care of your financial future when you retire. It's no longer possible with this kind of economy that we do live in. And I truly share that everyone dares to take care of their financial future. You need to have disciplines you follow every day that propel you into saving money so that you can invest for your financial future. Think about it. Why have we accepted and to continuously be mentally enslaved by systems that don't build our self-worth, but program our subconscious mind to be slaves and serve such a system? But we can continue clinging on to a job, and this is because of the philosophy we have in our minds. We take so much judgment basing on what we know, basing on the negative stuff that people have, induced into our subconscious memory. We've saved so much negative stuff that we cannot get ourselves out of that rat race. We are so much negative that we can only start developing perhaps when we are in our dark corners, and we just don't want to live that kind of slavery, that kind of mentality. Anyone who proposes that perhaps we should save or we should get out of the rat race, we object with a big no. We find 99 reasons for why we should not proceed on starting up an enterprise, on taking up risks. We deny ourselves the chance to make any progress, no matter the reasons anyone would come up with. And our most challenging attribute about self-reliance is ourselves. We are the biggest problem to progress in life. So how can a person who has never done what you want to do give you credible advice about anything you want to do in life? Never expect your employer to give you any advice for how you must invest in new enterprises. This must be a personal initiative. Some of the people we work for are incompetent to give you advice, and you tend to rely on their insinuations about how you should go about your own life. They just want you to serve their dream. And when you are old, they will have to find a way to throw you out of that, kind of business. They want you to build for them their business, and when the time comes for you to go, I tell you, they will find anything possible to throw you out. Remember, today the system lenders us to live in modern slavery. which restricts our God-given genius to start our own small enterprises and grow bigger so that we can leave a legacy worthwhile for a lifetime to our families. My kids learn more from me than what I tell them to do. They learn more from my actions, from what I do. If I start up an enterprise, if my kids are to grow up seeing me day in, day out running an enterprise than being employed by a given company, by big corporations, trust me, my child learns more from what I do, from my actions every day, than they do learn from what I tell them or from what the systems do tell them to do. How is the kid going to benefit from the stuff they are learning? Is it a system that is going to, build their imaginative power or enslave them, such that when they come out of school, they will start their own business or continue seeking employment in other corporations? So here comes a checkpoint. Remember, as humans, God gave us this creativeness to learn from what we see. I don't blame any system that is in place for the education system. What I'm questioning is the child going to go out of school and be able to be an entrepreneur, or that child will totally be mentally enslaved such that they get out of school and will have to seek for employment elsewhere, live their youthful, their energetic days seeking employment, working and working, getting nowhere, and you live in a cycle of poverty, which is a rat race. It's from my personal experience. Today, 90% of my family members, of my uncles, my aunties, either they are underemployed in corporations within my country or seek employment in foreign countries. It continues throughout our family. Even the kids that they have educated, they have gone through school only to find themselves seeking employment either home or in foreign countries. And this is because we were never taught, or we adamantly rejected to learn simple rules that can lead us towards starting up our own enterprises. Or we just have never gotten anyone from who we can practically learn on how to start up enterprises that can absolutely make our life, a success. In other words, none of us knows how to take care of our financial future. All we know is survival, food for the day. It's our challenge as people between the 20s and 40s. The time is passing so fast. The only chance we have is that we have the opportunity to learn on our own. If we were never taught in school, if the system has not taught us how to do it, then we can rise to find ways on how we can learn on our own. The biggest advantage is that the technology is moving at a fastest rate possible, and anyone willing to grow, anyone willing to change their life, there is an enormous source of information that we can rely on to redefine our philosophies that can lead us towards financial independence than just relying on the already built up corporations for which we can't even understand why we work for them. All they do is to show us an illusionary vision, which vision does not cater for our vision in life. It only caters for the founder, and perhaps it's an illusionary vision in which you don't benefit, but they benefit. The most important value you will ever have in life is time. Anyone taking control of your time enslaves you. Because if you do not use the time you have now, you don't know where you're going to be tomorrow. You don't know. No one knows. No one has, safety or guarantee of the tomorrow. The tomorrow is never yours. The past is never yours. It's only the moment. It's in this moment that you can either decide to change your life, to work more on yourself than you work for the corporations or the companies we work for. Learn as much as you can. Your personal worth, your self-growth is much important, such that the media or the advertisements don't steal your time, don't steal your self-worth. It's important that you think how you spend your life. Any moment you're living, you are spending your life. We need to talk we need to speak out. If you don't speak out, think about it. In 20 years from today, what will your child be able to learn from you? Whether you're still alive or you're gone, will your children be able to learn a single thing from your life? Will your life story teach anything to your children, to your offspring? You know, there is no success without successors. In other words, the legacy never lingers on. We live by pleasure. Now, the pleasure of the moment is going to pass. Well and good, it has passed. So what? But think about the legacy you're going to leave back that will help your kids, will help your offsprings to be better humans than you found this world. You know, I muchly believe that our purpose of living on this planet is to use our gifts and leave this planet with a legacy that transforms it than we found this world.